What's up, guys? We're here for the As a Man podcast, and we have a special guest here, Roberto. Let's go. My brethren right here, so yeah. Kickboxer, boxer, MMA fighter, like myself, you know. And you have a business, right? What is it?
Marketing, a marketing company. Yeah.
Tell them more things.
Oh, well.
It's a plug.
Yeah. I mean, I am the CEO of PTS Marketing, right? We do marketing for real estate agents, professionals, and, you know, the whole work. So lead generation, landing pages, appointment setting, just the whole shebang.
All right, cool. How do you know? All right, so you're a real estate agent. So how you fall into the whole fighting thing? Yeah. Well, how you rise into the whole fighting thing? I'm not gonna say fall. I say rise.
I mean, the thing is, you know, it's not just being a businessman that you need to know how to fight. Mm-hmm. As a man,
right,
you need to know how to fight. Because remember, you know, we live in Jamaica.
Right.
Anything can pop off.
Right.
Right? So you need to know spatial awareness. You need to know, you know, your surroundings. And you need to know when to engage, when to run, fight or flight, all of that.
Fight and flight sometimes.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, for sure.
Know? So I think it's crucial as a man that we know what this thing is about.
Because I mean, I've been fighting since I was 2. My dad taught me. You know, and that was one of the things he really emphasized in my life, spatial awareness,
right.
You know, even taking me to certain parties, you know, finding out it's not necessarily because he just wanted me to have a good time and he had tickets, but also be like, say, yo, Bruce, this is how we're going to function.
Exactly.
You know, me and him even did security for like, for, you know, like a family before.
Yeah.
A Nicki Minaj concert. you know?
I had a little run-in as a bouncer myself. So.
Really?
Yeah, I was a bouncer. I went and work and travel. And but I broke up a fight and all of that. Mm-hmm. That was way before fighting.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
So was that the turning point when you're like saying, yo, maybe could have that thing?
Not really, you know. I think the turning point was one time when, you know, I was a young boy, and, you know, boys will be boys. And I was basically going out with a young lady. Mm-hmm. And my father come up and say, where were you, boy? So I'm like, Dad, me just come off of the bus.
Yeah,
and he asks again, where were you? Mm-hmm. So me just come off of the bus and he asks me a third time and I just feel like uppercut, come on. Boom! Man, after that, I say, I need to learn how to fight.
All right, we're gonna move around a bit.
Yeah, what? Yeah, man.
Hey. Right. So, I mean, yeah. But we're both married men.
Right.
You know, and I mean, even just knowing that we have a mantle by God to protect, you know, and to know that a woman needs to feel secure.
Right.
That she have her man with her. Hey.
Right.
Yeah. So, was there ever a time where, like, how is it that that's projected? Of course, we know like there's financial security and, you know, other types of security, but specifically to this topic. Hey, nice one. Especially to this topic, because I know, like, for instance, I know that my wife feels like so secure.
Right.
So secure when she's walking with me. To the point where it's like, I don't even think she knows where she is more while.
Right.
Yeah, so just to comment on that, like, perception, opinion.
To be honest, as a fighter, I think my wife, there's like this extra layer of trust, you know?
Yeah.
With my wife, because she knows that, you know, I'm not somebody that's going to wuss out or run away if something comes up.
Whoa.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, so,
right.
I think learning how to fight and knowing how to fight, your partner has just this level of trust. This level of trust with you that it's kind of unmatched from just, you know, just being like a normal layman.
Yeah. Also, I know, like, even just like knowing that she does, like, there's this one meme I watched where the guy's there, he's walking, And he's just like, there's a guy over there in the yellow shirt and this guy over there in the baseball cap
Right.
and this, and
Right.
then you just speak to the woman. The woman's like, make him away downtown. Walking.
Right.
She don't know what going because
Right.
there's just this level of security.
Because that's
that
the
she has.
natural order,
Right.
right? As men, we are
Yeah.
the protectors
Yeah.
in the home. So
Yeah.
yeah, just by her knowing that, you know, she has a man that's capable of doing that,
Yeah.
she doesn't have to really question that.
It's to a point where we'd probably be out. I don't know why she's so afraid, but it's like, even to the point where it's like, we're probably, come on, go. Yeah, so, but even aside the point where it's like, she might, because I mean, let's get real, it's Jamaica we live. I would know it's a fair fact. Say, Jamaican man, for the most part, they don't really respect.
Right.
The fact say, yo, the woman with you, them out say, babe,
Right,
say,
them
your
the
man,
business.
So we've even been in that certain situation.
Right.
Where something, and she was like, she's something there and she don't say nothing. And then it's not until the drive home, I'd be like, yo, you know, so there was 1, 2 man there try to with me every time your back turned, so and so. I'm like, yo, okay.
And you should never tell
Never tell you. You know?
Yeah.
But to be
honest, you know, bro, it's not even just adult women that actually, you know, look at this. Because even my little sister, she there in high school.
Right.
And I try to, you know, get her to share everything with me. Her boyfriend and all of that. And there was a particular guy that she was talking to.
Yeah.
That, you know, he was kind of like a,
Yeah.
you know, a guy that him not really find himself yet.
Right.
You know? So she's now dating a new guy that is a fighter. Like he does boxing in high school.
What is that relationship like?
You know?
Oh, I go on. So now I go
We know him personally and everything.
Yeah.
And you know,
Brother's approval.
yeah.
Yeah.
And basically there was a little altercation, a little situation.
Clinch.
There wasn't a fight or anything. But she just did tell me, she shared with me, say, you know, she realized that the guy that she's now dating, she felt a lot more secure.
Yeah.
So imagine somebody who is like in high school.
Yeah.
A young lady in high school that's recognizing that.
Yeah, I've got to take a tad water break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It goes up to the adults also, you know?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Tap water, keep you hydrated. That flavored water. Tap water, can't be debated. Tap water, something you feel savor. Quench your thirst with a little bit of flavor. Infused with natural fruits, will leap of flavors and what you can choose. Lychee, it tastes nice and sweet. Cranberry, that water can't be beat. Pineapple sweet at the heat. Grab a strawberry and take on the street. Yeah.
Tad water. It's not just water, it's a tad more.
So, even just that, because I mean, okay, here's the thing. I'm married, and sometimes when you're married, you have to make certain sacrifices, especially with your time.
This is good.
Yeah, Tad Water, Tad Water.
Yeah.
Big up to Tad Water for sponsoring the episode. So, the thing is, like I was saying, so I find myself sometimes watching Love is Blind.
No judgment here, bro.
Okay,
no judgment.
whatever. Right? Sometimes it's good. But there was one particular matchup that they had where a girl was like testing a guy. So like suppose a guy comes and grabs me and think, what would you do? And the guy was so passive. He was like, I ain't got no beef with him. Like, I just walk away, babe. Sometimes it's like the best thing for you to walk away. I'm like, what a man? No. For the record, KB said no to Edmond. But yeah, I'm just like, how the heck does do something? Because if it's one thing that, not saying to be aggressive and just to do something and do things. Sometimes, like you say, it's a time when to run. No, it's time when to fight, time when to flight. Sometimes you have to fight and flight.
Right.
You know? 3, 4 guys, you won, lonely road. Might flight.
Right.
Is it me? Or fight and flight. I've been in a situation where it was 3 of them. Then I just have to do something and then run.
Right.
You know? We have to fight another day. My dad always says, you know, it's better to be tried by 12 than to be carried by 6. Better a jury try and say you're guilty, not guilty, than somebody 6 man are carrying a casket. And I said, John, no. Is it me? So it's not even just like, you know, fight, because is to also learn how to be wise as well, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, so even just having the discernment. All right, let's go back to it. So, even just to have the discernment on when that time is. And not only that, but acknowledging that you are learning an art and you are learning a discipline. How would you say, I mean, you're a real estate agent and you have a personal life. How would you say that overflows into your everyday life?
Well, just correction, I support real estate agents, you know.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, but how the fighting overflows into my personal life. To be honest, you know, being a fighter,
Yeah.
it has actually given me an unmatched level of discipline.
Yeah.
Like I find myself achieving more of my goals now as a fighter.
Yeah, than before.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, so it's discipline. One thing that I notice is discipline. And then the next thing is that even, you know, there's a lot of positive emotions from sweat.
Explain
you know?
that.
So like me and you right now, we're fighting, we're sweating.
Yeah.
And the body is releasing a lot of pheromones.
Yeah.
Right? The body is moving, this is the state where the body is actually in a place where it's playing. You know? And I find that whenever I'm in a stressful situation, at work or you know, with my imaginary real estate job.
Yeah.
You know?
Entrepreneur guy. Entrepreneur.
You know?
Man, an entrepreneur. He has a job.
Whenever I'm there, all I do is just go and do a couple of sparring sessions on Sundays with the guys and back at it.
Back to it. You just need to punch it out.
So discipline, positive energy, and also just like that feeling of like
Yeah. Yeah.
That feeling of we can't even say the word.
I don't want you to get to the point. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Just that feeling of security for not just my wife but my family.
Right.
Yeah, I live with. You know, I live with. Still have mom and my sis. Yeah. You know, living with me, and I have to be protecting them.
Right.
On a daily basis.
Yeah. And I mean, I never grew up in, like I never have a mother and a sister for protect. My mom is still here, by the way. She just live in Ochi right now.
Okay.
So I can't even say I lived in a predominantly masculine home. I lived in a masculine home. It is dominantly a masculine home I grew up in. So there's definitely a strength that I know that rise up in me. That rise up in me away. So even just knowing that there was always this overflow of pushing through. My dad would always shout, like, push through, push through, push through, push through. You know, and I even received a prophecy one time where it was like saying, Bruce, like, you're conditioned to carry certain weights of life. You know, whether it be, you have this bill to pay, you see me? You have this podcast to record. You know, what stops you from giving up? Enough man would have give up on a lot of things that I know. But just because, keep your hands up, but just because,
me?
No, me. But just because I have that mentality, oh, it's the last round, you can't give up, no matter how you're tired. Dad would shout at me in the middle of sparring or fighting or so, move or die. Or if you fight with it less than the intention to kill, you'll surely die. So I don't go after anything unless I'm willing to go through this hardship, this weight. And, you know, when tests and trials come, it's just another fight. It's just another fight. You know, what is it for somebody to push through even in the midst of pain, in the midst of getting winded, in the midst of even certain fears and to come into alignment with, like, you know, you don't have a spirit of fear, but one with power of love and a sound mind as well. And to also exercise certain self-control to know, you know, you have emotional content, you don't have anger, you know, it's to manage those things justly, right? You know, and even, you know, where Paul says, like, fight the good fight of faith.
Right.
You know, I could potentially get in trouble at school, and my dad was like, yo, I've heard something. I mean, you always want to say, it's not a something there. Getting in a fight is never necessarily good, but sometimes you do have good fights, you know. And how is it that you learn how to fight, you know? And it's that pressing on, it's to knowing that something is coming against you, or this person is gonna come and do you something, not just physically, but even just in the business world, in the work world, you know. It could be somebody in the bank, you know, or anything in life. You just know, say, you just have this will and this drive to just push through.
Yeah, I believe that even just being a fighter, the spirit of push through has to be fundamental, fundamental part of your fighting spirit. Because remember, you know, when you're fighting, you're gonna get winded, you're gonna get tired,
and you go feel like you don't want to go anymore.
Your hands are
like no,
you know, right? But you have to push through because there are 3 rounds in our fight. If the rounds are 3 minutes, you know, you have to wait, you have to go until the bell hits, the bell rings. You know, so it's the same thing with life, where you basically have to ensure, say, go until the bell ring, which is your goal. Go for the bell of your goal. To hear it ring.
Because the fact is that the enemy not going to show you any mercy. Similar to life ain't going to show you no mercy.
Your competitors won't show you mercy.
Your competitors will not show you mercy.
Sometimes your family, your friends,
they're not going to show you no mercy.
You know?
I never thought about it like that.
People will always be people. That's one of the things that I recognize. It don't matter if it's your family, your friends, or whoever, there'll be people. So no expectation. You know? So when they mess up, you know, it's just like us. We mess up too. So regardless of whatever happened, people mess up, people disappoint your expectations and all of that. People will always be people. Keep going.
Keep going. Keep fighting.
Keep fighting.
Keep fighting. But yo, that's it for the As a Man podcast.